wanted to ask you about the midterm elections as well, because it's coming up. Well, It's almost here. Were you surprised that the Russia probe isn't more of an issue, that the Democrats weren't making it more of an issue on the trail, on the campaign trail?
I think, I've wanted us to make sure we get to the facts, and the fact that it has drug on for a long time, and ultimately I think Mueller will have more of the facts, because many of the people we want to talk to, the Mueller investigation is either indicted or they pled guilty, and so they have to go through the legal system first. But I think people are concerned. They're concerned not just about Russian interference, they're also concerned about whether America is still going to be a place that has respect for rule of law, whether America and the world is still going to be not only a military leader but a moral leader. And unfortunately, out of this White House, at these moments of crisis that we've had in the last 10 days, I feel the White House and this president has not met the basic duty of the job, which is to unite people at moments of crisis.
Are you surprised that Democrats don't seem to be talking about the issue as much? Some of the observers say it's kind of died down a little bit, the Russia...
Well, on the Russia issue, because there's not been additional news for some time, because we on the intelligence community wanted to hold off any additional information until after the election. I believe the Mueller probe has also done the same. But remember, we already have the Mueller investigations produced 5 guilty pleas and over 30 indictments. The individuals who are now working with the government, I think they have stories to tell.
Do you hope it wraps up by the end of 2019 at least?
Yes, I hope it wraps up as soon as possible, to one, either get the truth out, or if this is all circumstance and there's no there, to remove the cloud over the White House. We owe it to the people and the people who serve to either pursue if there was collusion, if there was not, acknowledge if there was not. But what we have acknowledged in a bipartisan way is that Russians massively interfered, and they did it to help Trump and hurt Clinton, and that he used social media and attacked our electoral system. And what is very curious is, here we are 2 years later, and there's still nobody in charge of election security at the White House.
That's an interesting point. You think we're going to see more calls from Democrats to have somebody specifically in charge at the White House?
Not just Democrats. We had a broad bipartisan election security bill that would make sure that every state would have a paper trail so that machines were hacked into. This White House didn't want to do election security. So I think this has nothing to do with Democrat or Republican. It has to do with the integrity of our voting system. And to my mind, if we would have gotten that bill on the floor, it would have gotten 90 votes.
I talked to Governor McAuliffe a little bit about the caravan situation. We just saw the Mexican ambassador to the U.S. say that some in the caravan have behaved violently toward authority. He's seen that. What do you think about the situation with the caravan? Is the president framing the issue right?
We need strong borders and strong border protection, and we offered that in exchange for legal status for the dreamers who live in this country, young people who were brought here, and have grown up in our country, but now have their legal status in question. So I don't think the president has a lot of credibility. If he wanted increased border security, that was offered. What I find extraordinarily strange is that the president is so trying to politicize this that he's decided that we need more troops at the border. In addition to all the thousands of Border Patrol that are already there, he would take more active U.S. troops than we have in Afghanistan and Iraq combined.
To ever be in the halls of the United States Senate. Very